many secrets, but for thousands of desperate people seeking a new life, it can also be a final tragic destination.
August 5, 2025, more than 140 Ethiopian migrants drowned in a single horrific event. They were on a boat using the so-called Eastern Route, a treacherous passage to the Gulf states, controlled by ruthless smugglers.
In a rare and decisive move, the Ethiopian government has sentenced 5 of these traffickers to death. This is the first time they have issued such a punishment for this crime. It sends a powerful message that the human lives they treat as cargo are priceless.
You know what happened? In Botswana, the police intercepted a truck with 40 Ethiopian men smuggled in the truck. Guess where they were headed? To South Africa.
This happened far away. This story is not just about Ethiopia. It's a mirror reflecting a crisis that hits close to home, right here in South Africa. We have our own Eastern Route, one that stretches from borders and even within them.
The discovery of yet another group of Ethiopians in Centurion has again raised questions over the country's porous borders. Over 20 young men who the police say displayed signs of malnutrition, dehydration and torture escaped from a house earlier this week from a suspected kidnapping operation. This comes months after another group of Ethiopian men were rescued from a house in Johannesburg.
A father of 3 minor children has been sentenced to 195 years behind bars after being found guilty of digital trafficking in persons and the rape of his children. The 27-year-old man was sentenced in the Paarl Regional Court this morning to serve 195 years behind bars, but because these sentences will run concurrently, the accused will spend an effective 35 years in jail. The accused cannot be named due to the nature of the crimes against his minor children, 2 girls aged 6 and 4 years old, and his 1-year-old.
South Africa is a hub, a source and a destination for human trafficking. Our borders are porous, our social inequalities are vast, and the traffickers exploit this. They prey on the desperate, on the poor, on those seeking opportunities. They are a network of evil that profits from human misery.
Process around the world to gather information from governments and from partner organizations, from international organizations, about the status of human trafficking in more than 180 countries around the world, including the United States. The reports process takes into account great work done by civil society and by the media in uncovering cases, as well as information from government records and government-to-government conversations.
The story of the drowned migrants is a tragedy we can't afford to ignore. It is a stark reminder that the fight against human trafficking is a fight for our shared humanity. Let's work together to ensure that no one else has to take the deadly passage, whether it's across an ocean or just down the road.
We need to understand the signs. We need to be eyes and ears in our communities. A person who is isolated, a child who has stopped attending school, someone who seems controlled. These are potential red flags. We must report them to the authorities. We must educate our children and neighbors.